Mr. Lynch, lives are behind forever. Good morning, Mr. Maestro Simple. Mr. Maestro Simple. Or simply, 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 or simply David. It's David Lynch. It's May 13th, so going to the office, 2026, and it's Wednesday evening, so yeah. It's like yesterday, a middle sky, snow sono from middle, it's an adjective that it's equivalent to variable, an adjective fact means a practical sunny clear day, alternated or with clouds, the scatter in general, vice versa, fact, it's the case of today, even if you also can see today in particular slide mostly cloudy, yes, more than yesterday, and yes, however, and it also seems rest now and if with a wind, also light wind, and ivy, similar, but perhaps facility di contro si wind, at similar to seasons, rest now, to say per week to 8 and it's early after 13 and 20 minutes. Si che fuori 13 Celsius, means it is really soft, quindi si vede soft che si cade su spin via, sta molto fresco, e si può considerare crescente nel fuori sostenere sentite, o se fa che tu cerchiamo fuori su queste forze, anzi la spazio samme, la spazio winter, now also for the spring via per camminare, so around all the seasons, si complete with all the seasons, so per camminare fuori su queste forze, if si cade spring not too busy, so had very in half less more than a few weeks and a half, a few days and a half, because as you short me went it much tempted, and besides in Italy tenevano as absolutely non finco poi sono bori cucciolini supposedly I'm sure at first it remains but the society sometimes my proposal like the primo scelto cucciolini it's better perhaps paradoxato for me as in the operations of the autumn the summer the autumn winter for the summer social agiti 8 for the autumn anzi che soft for winter necessity quello su in generale for the season so questo che si cagite a serie di crisi te se mi vuoi sapere se infiltrata absolutely copy yes avete yes it is more for the other people and for me but in general we can say 20 official is speaking in pratica in essere weekend with April 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 in fact since lo si pratica lui have the perfect visit climate and visit temporal of spring I think in general needed but not sure in this city but for me behind this year also nel serious fast years and I think also in the future for the future this period always good instead of the scatto station già tu I don't know se can say per il suo inizio secondo ma tutto completi fa che mi sembra film che dice in gare di afro finché a 3 partecipanti invece a ripetersi già si fuori 6 fuori fare fare Titina Celsius fatta in partita in questa atmosfera se ti ci vede si fuori vedi sa e se si cortina solo si cortina già bene ripeti per lungo tempo sciusi al most perfect a te si pose fa che tutto da ripeti se Sky è one side gli una sezione su un buon scisciamo pratica isn't possible it isn't possible because yes as you can notice Sky è just finished me in support we can yes it was me but we can see it as mostly cloudy and so in fact considering the trend of the last 3 days according to for today because my sensations and things At this point I think si possiamo attendere lì dal film, it became spezialini lì after it became totally not narker bleaker kind of atmosphere and also let me in front of 3 months man said no I think very close let's see what happens ma ta sulle no sicuramente con giganti subito si può si inizia chiazza come si play regia su well bad but no I think better say what bend well or well maximum tosta little or bend also maximum tosta little good but I think might say bend well insomma so sì su Sovra un mitico quindi tutti in frase non fai conseguenze curti senza stomma ma one magari ti non so borsi per scurti in particolare da parte only for the sun set was very scurting so beautiful grey curtain and beautiful painted with branches il pannello passages fa con le sul curtain to rings redo di mettere si ma come section it's a point della first one to start comment first comment one of them so come section and off can sono essere quella certina mia non serve niente finché yes sì di infra sono frase expense non so perché si portini su quattro vabbè non nuovo infatti notte io metto c'ho li better se lasciate per questa porta video dove ci faccio uscire più dove scatta stringere finita che secondo me non scazzi come ora sarà sono il mio cuore il mio room or from your perspective also from his present shots man questo shot of minutes on the intersection for to see linea november 1 se tu it should be november 1 se tu fino a tu si lì però november 1 se tu and for the music is a bit for the second time thing for best curtain a bit one second fact the beautiful recording beautiful painted the images però posso fare first string story reports in sia sicuro la cortina in front max at least in gartings in the cover image cioè stile cara cortina e questo mese di sitting at quando sono da uscire città così shot stories related fact buff one di tecnologia non so ne ma torno con di stuff che si vede non si rende niente George sentence also in English supposed to repeat is easy for the third time and beautiful grey curtain and beautiful painted benches ma posso in English for first stay so per essere sicuro musica di pezzi con la seconda time e also musica di pezzi con la seconda time effetto essere anche max attività no si inizia sopra il curtain sopra il pezzi che special also in English for five times e so che inizia speech George sentence is easy ma also always better visible for me its entirety in inizio shot si consumiti con la genere shot as a guy di cresciuta sono attivisti fatto mestiere attivisti questi sull'asto club ma è importante sul suo diviso attiviso e now straight red it speak just sense security non so ritiso so livello solito sorbito così ma also always better visible for me it's integrated inizio shot si consumiti con la genere shot and finally from a media col keyboard and GX 64 PG 675 also niggas and genere shot since no and there's also a new shot and there's also a new shot if you meet on more than 3 months ago and also 3 months ago it was January 24th was story but the party set was at Barsi to be dedicated to questo da creare genere Michael Otto che also come sono ci me as we pick shares department ritrovo fa cross da contro poi sono the are the same fair the one the same thing same person few weeks ago I uploaded the video one which was the first version and I dicevo da creare un hit for non tutto hit insomma già sento male e fra 2 weeks partiva season 2 fantasy is a beautiful track masterpiece track ma stringe malamente e ne dedicated hit to in fact siete per te ma con altri siete per te but for the fact I oppure detto few weeks ago, pensa al match di tu, hai detto solo master angel balance di tinante per ti fare il match di tu, and if so you should do match with me, he died on sempre legato sei tu, and at that point, or this point also he detto Mr. Lynch stated about it. On John 20 for this before my colontic, so from the fact it was dedicated only to, or the only one my colontic, to Robert my colontic, it became a dedication to all of them, not the person, repeat, to it is a birthday of my colontic and it is a birthday, Master Lynch 29th birthday, Mr. Lynch birthday. And but for the fact also followed the video too in few weeks ago, which there are two versions, chip piattata per me for 2 cents from a keeper, and the original style more or less slightly different comparison with the version 1 and 1, but practically with a difference in the intro and the full party dalla parte. I dedicated this video to John Chen or Josie Parker because sono di un insieme di contri, un insieme di same person, where to John Chen 65th birthday, because maybe 26 was in fact his 65th birthday, so I dedicated this video to Jason Timon to her, but it was also a gift to one to her, because in this month I should have planned also a gift to for her in this month for maximum the first days of weeks of June, and this gift to via track, visa track 56 of the Pix Archive, for the Pix Archive it is a track Hello Steam in parenthesis, Josie se basta, pratica solo version di Hello Steam front, come religione Steam e minute sul masterpiece for me, also the minor pieces, masterpiece veramente era masterpieces, and so if you sing a solid version di Hello Steam also the variation è evita should not plan in this month, maximum think that this days weeks of June, and this will be also repeated a gift to Robert one a gift to Jason Tomato for the month for both for the video one video to Jason Tomato, the production Jason Tomato, si mega communications, questo può rendere as a reference preference or secondo diciamo the videos are some response uploaded. I uploaded. I was saying the screenshot you can see alcol condition I give it alcol condition December 1. Entering December 1 on December 2 one of the days December 1 to 4 in fact since I take practice membro con l'equipo perché sono andato in ispira ho sotto il problema si mette nada per problema ma também per me big fact sono andato in ispira quando sono animato ma take exit Eva, questi mondo people lo già una parte segretica di sono onesta sono myself posso poi schiesa finally io poi volevo andare a casa tutte izza leti già matta not tolo ball not at all for my hours fa quindi si leti for my hours but ball important si fa di Diego but ball important si fa di Diego